coming up. We'll see if Tony Watson's coming in. We'll have a double switch. Utley's coming in. Forsythe is going out. Utley will bat ninth, meaning he'll hit second in the bottom of this sixth inning. The pitcher will hit in the seventh spot. And the lefty is coming in with 1 on, 2 out in the sixth. Tonight, 1-0. Houston leading. Bottom of fourth, 1-2 to Seager.
Inside.
Just inside. 2-2. Easy to Gonzalez and left. 0 for 2 in this game, 5 for 22 in this World Series. Ashton and Mila are here. Vin and Sandy Scully, 67 seasons as the voice of the Dodgers. The great Magic Johnson, member of the ownership group here with the Dodgers. There's another Sandy, the great Sandy Koufax. 4 titles with the Dodgers. The fiance of Justin Verlander, Kate Upton. John Hamm with a Cardinal hat on. Of course, Hamm has a Cardinal hat on. 1 out. Turner takes the strike.
The Astros have done an unbelievable job against Justin Turner. You see where he stands at the World Series. They have pitched him tough, and they had to have success against this Dodger lineup.
Hit .322 during the regular season. A ball and a strike. By the way, A.J. Hinch told us coming into this series, our profile and our security have increased since the trade for Verlander with the fiance to be named later, Kate Upton. When she showed up, their profile went up. Not just on social media, but as a team in the American League, and you talked about it, that trade told into the fifth inning. Ryan McCann hits one into right field. Puig can't get there, but he cuts it off and holds McCann to a single. McCann takes Rich Hill into right, and the leadoff man is on for the Astros here in the fifth inning as they lead 1-0.
Well, the reason that's big in this part of the lineup, you want to clear the deck for Verlander, meaning you got to get him up this inning. So a base hit and no double play would mean that Verlander bats, and then you got the top of the order to start clean if nothing else happens.
Reddick on deck right now. It's Marwin Gonzalez at the plate. Grounded out to third his first time. Hit the ball hard, but right at Turner, who is rather close to the bag. Breaking ball for a strike.
Problem for the Dodgers here and Dave Roberts is he doesn't have the luxury of letting Rich Hill get in and out of too much trouble this point forward. So that's the pressure that Hill has, because Verlander has shown no signs right now of wiltering, or at least being human, because his fastball command and dominance has been quite obvious to this point.
A one pitch, breaking ball hit fair, past third. Down the line by Gonzalez. McCann will dig for third, That's as far as he can go. A double by Marwin Gonzalez. Second and third, nobody out.
A drop-down pitch right there. Not a favorite of Dave Roberts when Hill does that. You can understand him doing that maybe against a left-hander, but against a right-hander, he's going to see that a lot better. And McCann easily gets into third. Now you can wiggle your way out of this by getting Reddick, and then of course the pitcher's on deck. So this is the key to the inning.
Ball outside.
Ball outside to Reddick. First base open. Verlander next. As the Astros look for some breathing room for Verlander here in the fifth.
For Hill, he knows he's got to think strikeout against Reddick.
Oh, 2-0. Hill struck out 7 through 4 innings in game 2. He has struck out 3 through 4+ here tonight. Reddick, the former Dodger, takes outside 3-0.
So even though the count's 3-0 and there's a base open, you've got Verlander on deck with the bases loaded. You don't give in to the count, meaning you don't lay one in there thinking he's taken.
3 balls and a strike.
Threw that to the corner.
Brandon Morrow getting loose for the Dodgers in their pen. Here's the 3-1 to Reddick. Down the line, slicing. Out of play. Full count.
That would have been a tough decision, I would think, for Peterson if that was catchable and what to do.
Well, he's got McCann running. He's the guy at third. So no guarantee, even on a fly ball out, that the run scores. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out one way. And a big one for Rich Hill.
That was huge. That was the sweeping angled curveball against the left-hander. Watch how much he gets spinning the ball that almost starts at him and sweeps out of the zone. And a big strikeout. The infield's going to be in for sure now. Trying to read whether there's a safety squeeze with McCann at third.
I'm good.
I'm actually surprised that Bellinger is not further in. I know McCann doesn't have the great foot speed, but what you read as a third base runner, if Verlander's able to bunt and push it past the pitcher to right towards first base, it's really hard to make the play at home.
The 0-1 to Verlander. Strike 2. Pitch. Andy Pettit is the last American League pitcher to get an RBI in a World Series game. He did that back in 2009 when the Yankees beat Philadelphia.
Phew. But you're going to give us another bad one.
Second and third, 1 out. Hill to Verlander. Struck him out, 2 out.
Outstanding job.
It'll bring in George Springer, who has hit 4 home runs, in essence the winner in game 2. And then he's gone deep. with a couple shots to right here in these games at Dodger Stadium after hitting 2 back in Houston. And an intentional walk to Springer. That's how hot he is right now. The inning belongs to Bregman, who is on the short list right now for potential MVP if the Astros win it.
Well, you know he loves this, and Dave Roberts is going to come out, and Rich Hill may not love this. Is it a conversation or is it a move?
It's a move. "58 pitches tonight." You hear the displeasure from the crowd here at Dodger Stadium. Hill, 2 fewer pitches tonight than in game 2. Morrow comes in. Bregman coming up with the bases loaded, 2 out. You look at the batters faced by Rich Hill this postseason in the games that he started. To say that he's frustrated doesn't even begin to tell the story for Rich Hill. You see tonight, 19 batters faced, just 58 pitches, but he leaves with the bases loaded, 2 out. You got strikeouts of Reddick and Verlander, the intentional walk to Springer, and Morrow will deal with Bregman. 98, back to the upper 90s fastball for Brandon Morrow, who got knocked around in the 7th inning in game 5. He faced 4, went homer, single, double, 2-run home run, and Bregman had a single in that stretch.
Well, the day off certainly going to help Morrow, and that's what Dave Roberts is hoping in this situation.
Bregman, big at bat for the Astros. To the shortstop, Seager, inning over. Hill cheering in the dugout as Brandon Morrow gets out of there. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and the Astros do not score. With the right guidance, everyone can be good at life. Great college football on Fox and FS1, with Penn State taking on Michigan State. 11 o'clock is the pregame. Fox coverage. It's Bedlam as Oklahoma and Oklahoma State go at it on FS1 at 4 Eastern. Followed by Minnesota and Michigan. Big day of college football as Puig hits it high in the air to right. Reddick back to get it in front of the track. 1 pitch, 1 out. And more ho-hum from Justin Verlander, who has had the ability this postseason to make it look easy.
And he has. You see the numbers right there. 7 Ks, no walks. Command's been impeccable, and his ability to stay out of high-stress innings has really been the case as well. And the Dodgers just avoided their first scare of the game. Bases loaded. Second and third, nobody out. And they got out of a huge jam to keep it at 1-0.
Now Jock Peterson. Pitch number 60 on the night.
Inside.
He's just done a great job, not only going strike one, but staying out at the heart of the plate. He's been in, up, out, and nothing really to give the rhythm of the Dodgers something to see or hit or square up.
That's down. Puig took that first pitch into right. Took his time getting back to the dugout, and then went right over and was standing next to Turner Ward, his hitting coach. Two-0 to Peterson. Got under it. A mile high, shallow left, tough play. Gonzalez has it. 2 out. Tom Verducci, that fastball is cooking for Verlander again.
Yeah, a matchup the Astros like coming into this series. Verlander's high fastball against a lineup that likes to hit the ball in the air with high launch angles. You see these fastballs, they are underneath, either fouling them straight back, getting under it, or missing them completely. Now, Verlander's got a great fastball, no doubt. It's even better in the postseason. His velocity and his spin rate have gone up. Now, why is spin rate important? Well, four-seam fastball has true backspin on it. The faster it spins, the more it fools the hitter. It doesn't drop as much as a hitter thinks. And that's why you're seeing the Dodgers get underneath the baseball. They've hit one ball on the ground in this game.
2 out, nobody on. Logan Forsythe took a strike.
Oh!
Now Kenta Maeda gets loose. Morrow got out of the jam in the top of this 5th. 2 out, nobody on.
Oh,
Outside again, it's 2-1.
Forsythe has become the choice for Dave Roberts. Likes his at-bats of late. Defense has been excellent. No Chase Utley. Forsythe in there hoping to make something happen.
Forsythe likes his at-bats lately. As he fouls it away, he said, I did not have a good year, but by the end of the season, I started to figure it out. And in this World Series now, 4 for 14 after he flied to right his first time up tonight.
You know, it's amazing asking the managers what you find out about players and how does that affect moving forward. Where's their heartbeat? Does the game speed up? Do they allow it to slow down? All these things are going to be factored in as the series ends and moves towards the next year.
Right now, a quick word from T-Mobile.
For every home run during the World Series, T-Mobile will donate $20,000 to Hurricane Recovery.
Here's a 2-2 from Verlander and a grounder foul outside third. Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate evaluation for these players, young and old, and A.J. Hinch knows a lot more about his team now than he did a month ago.
Absolutely, and you learn by doing it, because we already told you that only 3 of the players between these 2 rosters have been in the World Series before.
Two.
Oh!
Great take, great pitch.
Struck him out, and that's 8 on the night. Got the 3 balls on the hitter for the first time tonight, and then blew it right by the bat of Forsythe. Let's go to the 6th inning, game 6. Still 1-0 Houston. We welcome you back to the World Series presented by YouTube TV as we highlight George Springer and realize that he has homered. You see in the top line of our Budweiser game summary, 1-0 Astros on top for the 3rd straight game. And all of his home runs in this World Series have tied the game or put Houston on top. Verlander is the 2nd note, and then Rich Hill, who got into the 5th, started trouble, started to get out of trouble, and then gave way to Brandon Morrow, who's back to work to Altuve, leading it off here in the 6th inning in a 1-run game.
Well, Dodgers couldn't ask for more other than the lead, because they knew they were going up against the hottest pitcher on the Astros. Verlander hasn't disappointed.
Tony Watson getting loose as Altuve fouls it back, strike 2. Jose Altuve hit an RBI double and scored on a 2-run shot against Brandon Morrow in the 7th inning of game 5.
But A.J. would like a few more runs to give him breathing room to make a decision that could ultimately change the way this series goes based on finishing the game if Verlander doesn't go 9.
0-2. Altuve spoiled it. 23 of the 26 Astros home runs this postseason have been hit by homegrown players. Altuve with 7, Correa 5, Bregman with 4, Springer with 5, Gurriel 2. They don't scout well and look for talent and find guys who can hit. Everything's been pointed toward 2017. Even Sports Illustrated 3 years ago picked the Astros to be the World Series champs in 2017, and they're 1 win away from fulfilling that prophecy. George Springer, who was homered tonight, was the guy on the cover. Here's the 0-2.
Oh, no!
Up and in, checked his swing, ball 1.
Well, what they're hoping to do is reward the patience for a lot of fans who had to endure a lot of losing. And speaking of which, Altuve had to have a lot of that losing.
June 30th, 2014 issue of SI. Your 2017 World Series champions. Ben Reeder wrote it. Maybe you're right. That's the 3rd. Turner. Nice pickup. He's been busy over there. 1 out. See the longest active MLB championship droughts. You've got the Indians, who haven't won since '48, coming so close last year. Texas Rangers haven't. The Houston Astros haven't. They came in '62 as the Colt 45s. They got to the World Series in 2005, representing the National League. and they were swept by the White Sox. Here they are as the AL champs, and here's Correa. Strike one. Now to play. How about these 3 games here at Dodger Stadium? Game 1 was 1-1 after 5. Game 2 was 1-1 after 5. It ended 7-6, by the way, in 11 innings. And here tonight in Game 6, 1-0 Houston after 5. Ball 1.
These fans here, much like those games, waiting to explode with one swing of the bat by the Dodgers offense, who delivered in the 6th.
Struck him out, 2 out. Morrow getting big outs here in the middle innings.
Power breaking ball right over the zone after high fastballs. Morrow's success has been throwing the fastball up towards the belt. Hard to get on top of his fastball, and then he's got that power breaking ball to work off of that fastball.
Yuli Gurriel. Another good one. This time a called strike. 0-1 on Yuli Gurriel, the 33-year-old rookie from Cuba. The 0-1. That's into center, base hit. And Gurriel is aboard, 1 for 3 on the night. And with Brian McCann coming up, we'll see if Tony Watson's coming in. And we'll have a double switch. Utley's coming in. Forsythe is going out. Utley will bat 9th, meaning he'll hit second in the bottom of this 6th inning. The pitcher will hit in the 7th spot. And the lefty is coming in with 1 on, 2 out in the 6th. McFarland, it's being called imaginative, hilarious, and darn fun to watch. Thursday, Tony Watson into the ball game, and his first pitch drops in for a strike to Brian McCann. Chase Utley in the game at second. Logan Forsythe finished for game 6. Utley will bat 9th. He'll hit second in the bottom of the inning and a check on the runner, Yuli Gurriel.
Double switch, National League. Utley will lead off, as you said, and Dave Roberts will have a few more pitchers to finish this game.
The 0-1. Hits McCann. And the hit by pitch puts runners at first and second with 2 out. And we'll bring in Marwin Gonzalez, who doubled down the left field line his last time up.
Definitely not what Watson wanted. He came in to get McCann out. Now he's going to have to face the right-handed version of Gonzalez. And McCann's caught a lot in this postseason and been hit a lot. Not just by pitches at the plate, but while he's heading.
Keep an eye on Kershaw down there, not taking the jacket off yet, but action will start for the Dodgers in their pen. Big at bat. First and second, 2 out.